um, so 11th and 12th graders are coming back on Monday, March 15th if they're in group A or cohort A, and Thursday, March 18th if they're in cohort B. 9th and 10th graders have another week. The group A is coming back Monday the 22nd and B Thursday the 25th. Um, Digital Academy is reopening, though I'm not asking any of you to go there. I want to have the privilege of seeing you and keeping you in class with us. Um, and the only other thing that's really come up, or the main other thing that's come up, is making sure you're familiar with campus wear and dress code. It's on the Mifflin High School website. It's now right here, and I'll try and get it into our classroom soon enough, into our Google Classroom. Okay. Does anybody have questions about any of this stuff? The fun things that are going to be rolling with return to the building at the moment. We've obviously got time to figure plenty more things out. I just wanted to give people that opportunity. I guess there is another significant issue I should put in there about returning to the building. A NOS will not be allowed to have donut in class when we're in the building. Neither will any of the rest of you. All right, so we're going to try and finish our Desmos activity. The way I am seeing our Alex, which we definitely want to make sure our quiz from Wednesday for Alex is done before working on this Desmos activity would be my strong recommendation. But for the most part, either people have their quiz and pretty much everything before it done in this class, or people have not done their quiz and not really done any of the identifying learning equations assignments. There were 4 of them in Alex. It won't take that long to make up, guys, because each of those 4 assignments were pretty short. And once you know how to do one of them, you should hopefully be able to click through all of them rapidly. It won't take long at all. All right, so that's a little of that. Let me pull up our cute little Desmos activity and just make sure people know what's going on. So very quickly, I'll try not to spend too much time, but all we're trying to do is learn more and more about relating the X. Oh, sorry guys. The X, the value of X and the value of Y. So we're trying to look at how that's working. And for anybody that hasn't already started this, I just want to show you that very first slide. For every slide, we're going to have to read the directions. So drag the red line to intersect all stars. I just want to point out that to drag this red line, you have to hover over the point. As soon as you're hovering over the point, you can click on it, and then you've got the ability to drag it. Intersect all stars, of course, means go through all of those stars. Then it says press launch to release the purple marbles and collect the stars. So we launch, bam. Okay, so that's, you're not going to be dragging the lines for the most part. You're going to be using ordered pairs and writing equations for most of these problems. So let me just keep rolling a little bit. Here it says enter the coordinates of the stars in the table and press launch. So you're just looking at each star and entering the ordered pairs into this table. They've given you the first couple X values, but then you'll even have to enter both X and Y for that one. Then when we get to challenge number 3, it says you'll notice in the table that every Y is equal to X. And these instructions really have bothered quite a few people. It says tell row 3, and when it says that, it's referring to this right down here. See how the table's 1, this little note is 2, and then here's 3. So all it's asking you to do, I would have worded it, type in the next blank that Y equals X, then press launch. So all we're doing here is recognizing that every value of Y is equal to its corresponding value of X. And so the rule is Y equals X, and voila, the line's in the right place, okay? when we keep rolling here, now y is no longer equal to x, and we have to figure out the rule. The first few are about adding and subtracting to make it work. So if I look at this x value of 1, this one, by the way, you could do either or. I would recommend doing both. If we fill in the table first, then it'll be easier to see what do I do to the x value to get the y value. I'm not sure who just joined us, but welcome. Oh, maybe Malcolm got kicked out. I don't know. But at -1, we see where the star is, the y value is a 2. And at 0, the y value is a 3. And at 1, the y value is a 4. I'm not going to fill in this whole table, but just by filling in that much, it's much easier for me to see that, well, if I started at 0, I must have added 3 to get to 3. If I started at 1 and I do +3, that does get me 4. If I start at 3, that would give me 2. So apparently the rule here is just add 3 to whatever your x value is. So when we look up here, instead of being able to just say y is equal to x, we have to say no, now y is equal to x plus 3. And you see that worked for all of them. If I look at 6 here and I say, 6 plus 3, it's 9. If I go up to where the line is, sure enough, when I'm at an x value of 6, the line's at a y value of 9. Okay, so just trying to think about what do I do to the x to get all of these y values? What is the rule that would apply in every situation? So, not here, but challenge number 6 is the first one where we switch from just adding and subtracting to we have to think about other things, but they explain it right here if you read. So you're going to fill in all these values. And then it says, notice in the table that x and y are opposites, meaning once you fill this in, you would see that when x is -2, y is up at +2. And when x is at -1, y is at +1, etc., etc. So then they're telling you again, in this next row, just make it say this. Right now it says y equals x, but you're going to make it say y equals -x. And that'll fix the line to where you want it to be. So, I'm almost done blabbering. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. So this is a card sort. And if you're not sure what to do, here's what you do. You're going to take each equation and you're going to find the table that matches the equation as well as the graph that matches the equation. So if I start with this y equals x plus 3 right here, I can just start looking at tables where the x value, if I add 3 to it, it gives me the y value. So right here, my x value is -2. If I add 3 to that, it does give me 1. If I add 3 to 1, it does give me 4. 0 plus 3 is 3. So this appears to consistently work. Don't just look at 1, because like right here, 0 plus 3 is 3, but 1 plus 3 doesn't get me 2. So you got to make sure you're checking more than just one of them. But I've checked enough. I know that this table and this equation go together. And right here, I have a whole bunch of ordered pairs. All right, I can now look at all those graphs and figure out which one has these ordered pairs. I'm thinking 0, 3, and 1, 4 are easy to look for. So 0, 3 would mean I don't go anywhere left or right. I need to go straight up to 3. This isn't the right graph because there's nothing graphed at 0, 3. This one isn't the right graph. So here I've got 0, 3, but now I need to check more. I said another one was 1, 4. Does this graph have 1, 4? It does. 2, 5. Yep, this is the graph. So then I drag it together. So that set is now done. There won't be anything more connected to it. It's got an equation, a table of values, and a graph. You'll do that with each of the equations. Do we have any questions there? If not, the rest of them after that one are going to be about what do I multiply by? Okay, so you're not going to be adding or subtracting here on challenge number 9. You're going to be multiplying by something. Much easier to see if you start filling things in. I'm going to fill in starting with 0 for just a minute. So 0 is at 0, which makes sense because if I multiply something times 0, it comes out 0. 1 is at 2, and 3 is I'm sorry, 2 is at 4. 3 is clear up there at 6. So there's a few values, and I can more easily think about looking at this. So what do I multiply times 1 to get 2? Oh, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times this 3 gives me 6. So it looks like the rule is multiply x by 2. And the way we normally write that in algebra is we put the number right in front of the letter. We could put a times sign after the x and put 2, but normally we just put the number directly in front of the letter, call it the coefficient, and you see that worked. But aside from just looking at the relationship and figuring out, you could have started doing things like, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 8, no, that's going the wrong way, maybe it's 4, oh, that's closer, maybe it's 3. Okay, so you could have just kept going until you found the right one. So that's a wonderful thing about Desmos. You can guess and check all you want if that works for you. But try and understand that relationship is definitely an important part of it. All right, I'm going to give everybody a breakout room. Desmos is our kind of our focus, but if you haven't completed that Alex quiz, that's where I would like you to go. Mr. Blake and myself will be glad to come help work you through the assignment, because a reminder to anybody that hasn't done the quiz, you have to have the Alex assignment that is dated 2/22, and it's identifying linear equations number 3. That's the prerequisite assignment to be able to get into the quiz. It's not the last assignment before the quiz, it's 2 assignments before the quiz. You have to get an 80% on that assignment before the quiz will open up for you. So Mr. Blake and I can certainly help different people work through that assignment and help you gain some understanding, which will then make all the rest of them lots easier. All right, here come breakout rooms for all you high quality people. It's just going to pop everybody into a breakout room as soon as I set that up. So here we go, actually. Okay. Nat and Niall, everybody's heading to a breakout room, but we'll come talk to you here in just a moment. Everybody's going to get sent to a breakout room. I'll follow you to yours.
Yes, I want to ask something.
Okay, hang on just a minute. Nat and Niall, I'm giving you your breakout room, and I will be there right after I talk to Funstock here. So here it comes. Hi there, Funstock. What's up?
Yes, I was like reading the campus wares.
Yeah.
And does socks has to be in solid color too?
Are you asking about socks as in that cover your feet?
Yes.
That's an excellent question. I don't think socks would be, well, yeah, they probably do. Yes.
Here, write it down there. It has to be in socks too. Like it's right below that.
Yes. You found it?
Yeah.
Okay, socks must be in solid color, black, blue, brown, or white. Yep.
Don't check our feet.
Well, the problem is some students would do crazy things and wear like bright red or do something nuts. And if they're in shorts, then everybody will see it, or even a skirt that doesn't go clear down, so yeah, you say it won't check our feet, but the reality is when we sit down, we see each other's socks. So anyway, yep, that's a good question, and you did a good job answering it. Anything else I can do for you at the moment?
No, I'm just trying to do my Alex assignment done.
Okay. Well, don't hesitate to ask questions. Just hit the ask for help button. I'm going to go talk to Nat and Niall right now, but hit the ask for help, and I can come talk to you if we need to talk anymore. Thank you, Funstock.